It's finally time to kick off the postseason in Kansas City, and with a fifth straight trip to the AFC title game on the line, the Chiefs will take on Jacksonville in a rematch between division champs. Patrick Mahomes will take the field for his 12th career playoff game on Saturday and his 10th at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Mahomes is 7-2 in those home games during his young career, throwing for at least 3 touchdowns in all but 2 of those games, while leading the Chiefs to an average of 35 points. The man on the other end of several of Mahomes' postseason touchdowns has of course been tight end Travis Kelce, whose 1,291 career receiving yards in the playoffs are the 5th most in NFL history. Only Jerry Rice, Julian Edelman, Rob Gronkowski, and Michael Irvin racked up more. And with 152 receiving yards this postseason, he'd take over the number 2 spot behind only Jerry Rice. Kelce was productive against the Jags back in Week 10, catching 6 passes for 81 yards and a score as part of a 4-touchdown game for Patrick Mahomes. Kelce, Mahomes, and the rest of the Chiefs' offense will look to put together a similar performance against a Jacksonville defense that was solid in the regular season. It was the number 12 scoring defense in the league, and it thrived off takeaways down the stretch. In fact, the Jags' 17 takeaways since Week 9 ranked 3rd in the NFL. One area they struggled, however, was tackling. Jacksonville racked up the 2nd most missed tackles of any team in the league, surrendering the 6th most yards after the catch in the NFL. On the other side of the ball, Jaguars quarterback Trevor Lawrence bounced back from a rough first half to lead the 3rd largest comeback in postseason history last week. Lawrence was quite good this season, throwing for more than 4,000 yards and 25 touchdowns, but the key with him is timing. His average time to throw this season was 2.52 seconds, the 3rd quickest of any qualified quarterback in the NFL. He got rid of the ball in less than 2.5 seconds on 56% of his throws, completing 75% of those passes for 17 touchdowns and only 3 interceptions, while posting a passer rating of 105. When he held on to the ball for longer than 2.5 seconds, however, his completion percentage dropped by more than 20 points. He had just 8 touchdown passes to 5 interceptions, and his passer rating was just 79.6. Additionally, Lawrence didn't fare well under pressure this year. According to Pro Football Focus, Lawrence was the 5th worst qualified passer under pressure in the NFL this season. Conversely, when kept clean, he was the 4th best. It's all to say that Lawrence thrives when he's getting the football out quickly, and one of his top weapons all season long has been tailback Travis Etienne. Since Week 6, when Etienne became the full-time starter in Jacksonville, he racked up the 8th most scrimmage yards of any player in the NFL, and as a whole, his 1,441 total yards from scrimmage this season accounted for 23% of the Jags' offense as a team. Essentially, shutting down the Jags begins with holding ETIENNE in check. The good news for the Chiefs is that they did a pretty good job of that back in Week 10. ETIENNE tallied just 73 yards from scrimmage in that game, 45 yards on the ground and 28 through the air, snapping a streak of 5 straight games with at least 100 yards from scrimmage that he carried into the matchup. The Chiefs also generated a solid pass rush in that game, which gets back to the pressure splits for Lawrence. In fact, Kansas City got Lawrence for 5 sacks in that one, the most Jacksonville allowed all season. Kansas City will look to create some more havoc here in this one to kick off their postseason run, continuing a journey that's been months in the making. This is when legacies are built, and with a spot in a 5th straight AFC Championship game on the line, the Chiefs will aim to take yet another step toward their ultimate goal on Saturday.